Hey guys, I know everyone is really busy during the Christmas season, but starting to think about January, specifically about the red carpet event. Last year's event was awesome. As we're thinking about this year, one of the things that's really coming to my mind is the number of people that we've moved into volunteering this year. And so as I've thought about that, I wanted to throw out to you just kind of a strategy or a way of thinking that maybe would be different than last year's event, but would allow us all to invite and reward the volunteerism that's been happening within the congregation. And the goal would be to reward those people who've been working really hard, to encourage them, but those people who have just started into volunteerism here at the Church at Viera, we would reward that for the purpose of continuing to grow them and expand that. We've moved beyond, if we include those people, we've moved beyond the capacity of the tables in the worship center. And so we would have to go to an entirely different strategy to be able to reach out all the people who are volunteering within the Church at Viera right now. So I just want to look at it with you guys very quickly. And I want to do this at a time that you can look at it on your own, think about it, so that when we get back together Monday afternoon or other times that we've already got our minds kind of thinking that direction. Now the big thing is if this doesn't work the way that we want it to, or what you see in mind, please bring some thoughts to the table. And even the programming piece is totally on the table right now. But what I'm looking at is the red carpet event. What we have set up is that we have children, students, and adults. Those are three differentiating areas of our ministry that we really focus in on. Within each one of those, we have express, connect, and impact. And what I'm proposing is that we invite everyone who volunteers in any of those three areas within our congregation. And just talking to Brandon, that would include like people who are involved with Superfest. It would include people who are involved with Habitat for Humanity. Anyone who has volunteered through the Church at Viera this year and used their time for the benefit of what God is doing here at the Church at Viera, those people would be invited in the area of express, connect, and impact. And then we could build our programming around this same philosophy of honoring a child, because that would include some children. There are children who are volunteering and making a huge difference through the Church at Viera. But in each of these areas, in express, connect, and impact. So we would honor a child representative, a child that represented express, a child that represented connect, a child that represented impact, and go through that process so that they would be honored. Same with students, express, connect, and impact. And in the adult area, there would be a person who we would honor as a representative for the entire group. So that would be a total of 9 people, 9 stories that we would tell that day. And what would be neat is to make it part of a new community type of experience too, where there was some worship, some very uplifting worship, and we sent the people out just really fired up to move into 2011 volunteering and seeing not only where they're volunteering now, but where could they in the future volunteer. Our system right now allows us to have about 320 people in it around the tables in the fellowship mall. That's with pies and cakes and all of those kind of things. My recommendation is that we move away from that system into another system that would allow us to move up into the 600, 700 range, because that will allow us to, number one, have a system that honors a lot more people in volunteerism, but also get our minds and the people's minds thinking about using their gifts, talents, for the kingdom of God here at the Church at Viera. So I wanted to throw this out to you for you to think about, and wanted to put it into a simple form so that we can talk about on Monday. And thanks guys, just write down ideas. Let's come up with some great ideas and make this a super event coming up in January.